Hello there, you guys. Welcome to my live videos. And Manchester United have just beaten Chelsea by 2-0 at Stamford Bridge in the FA Cup fifth round. Now, as it stands, that is our first win at Stamford Bridge since 2012. As I said, because previously we know that we haven't had a good record at Stamford Bridge. But as they currently say, fantastic performance from Manchester United as well. Every individual on that pitch put a great shift in. We look very, very ruthless on a counter attack. We look very, very sharp. We looked very, very organised. We look very, very good in the ball. We won them last-ditch tackles. Looked very, very ruthless on the counter-attack, as I said. I thought Herrera had a great game tonight as well. He was pulling the strings off well in the midfield, was Ander Herrera. Also getting his name on the score sheet. So it was two first-half headers, fantastic header from Ander Herrera. Also, Paul Pogba getting the second goal as well, and also getting an assist as well. But Pogba, as you can see, he's getting that freedom, to express himself. As I said, is Paul Pogba, playing in delicate passes through, as I currently said, is Paul Pogba. So Paul Pogba, I think, got nominated man of the match tonight, as I currently said. But it was very, very shortage motivated. There was a lot of motivation in the game, as I currently said. But Chelsea was struggling, to break us down. I thought it was also a very, very good defensive performance from Manchester United as well tonight. I thought Smalling played very, very well defensively, showing that determination he can play out from the back. This was his second start under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think Lindelof's progression as a Manchester United player, he's getting a lot better as well. He's Victor Lindelof. He's playing out from the back. His passing's improving. His distribution is improving as well. He's Victor Lindelof, but we looked a lot more sharper tonight, a lot more quicker. Our awareness was fantastic. We dictated the play very, very well as well. I thought Lukaku did start today. I thought he was chasing the channels fantastically well. So I don't think Lukaku had a bad game tonight, to be quite honest, even though there's been speculation of him leaving as well. Obviously, we know tonight that Juan Mata was in contention. I think he was playing in like a kind of a free role was Juan Mata. So Solskjaer did rotate the squad. He went with Romero in net. Romero played tonight. He went with Young at right back, Lindelof, Chris Smalling as a centre-back partnership, Luke Shaw, Herrera, Matic and Pogba in the midfield. We saw Mata in that free role. I think it was the number 10 position. We saw Lukaku and Rashford up front, but Rashford is growing and developing in this team fantastically well. It was lovely for Marcus Rashford, was it, for the second goal of Paul Pogba's lovely inviting cross, and it was a fantastic diving header from Paul Pogba. But as I did currently say, Rashford growing and developing in this team. Is flourishing fantastically well, and this team is playing together as a unit, as I currently said. But we look very, very ruthless on the counter attack tonight, as I currently said. Herrera was absolutely phenomenal tonight. Pogba was fantastic, as I currently said. I think his stability is Paul Pogba's is good. His driving forward is Paul Pogba as well, and we just played very, very well. I think that's probably one of the best performances, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, without a shadow of a doubt. So as it stands now, Manchester United, it's 13 games now, is it, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? We have won 11 out of 13. 13 in the process. There has been 30 goals scored as well in the process. I think Pogba scored his 14th goal this season, also getting an assist today as well. But from Chelsea's point of view, the pressure now is going to mount even more on Sarri, as I currently said. The bad run of form they've been in. Obviously, early on in the season, there was 18 matches unbeaten under Maurizio Sarri. But I think I don't think Chelsea played bad. I just think they struggled to really break us down. I think Gonzalo Higuain made a couple of decent runs. Eden Hazard looked dangerous a couple of times as well. But I think we honestly played absolutely fantastic tonight. So I think now I'm confident that we can win this FA Cup. The draw is currently on soon for the quarterfinals. As currently said, and obviously now Solskjaer should be definitely named Manchester United manager on a full-time basis without a shadow of a doubt. And you can see that we didn't lose that momentum, from the PSG defeat. As I said, we've bounced straight back. We've won by 2-0. Also, we have also kept a clean sheet as well, which is very, very good. But from Chelsea's point of view, I just think the lads in that final third, there was a couple of times where they did look dangerous. Chelsea, as I said, Higuain made a couple of decent runs, and Hazard looks dangerous, from that left-hand side. But mainly, we kept Chelsea at bay as well. But this team now is playing together as a unit. We're playing that brand of football, that we played under Alex Ferguson. I think, Solskjaer's brought that fear factor back to the club. The structure of the teams right, the cohesion of the teams right, as well. But Lukaku had a pretty decent game tonight. He wasn't the best player on the pitch, but he had a pretty, decent game. He was chasing them channels, very, very well. Again, Rashford looking very, very influential. I thought his enthusiasm was fantastic. I thought his pace, his pace is absolutely unbelievable, as well as Marcus Rashford. There was quite a few chances in the first half as well, but I don't think there wasn't many chances in the second half. To be quite honest, it's quite fair. in the second half. We did invite pressure on, but Chelsea didn't really cause us any trouble in the second half, because I don't think, if I can remember rightly, Romero didn't have a saver to make in that second half, as I said. But we're looking more sharper, we're looking more organised, as I said, looking more energetic, from back to front, we look a much, much better team, as I said, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has rejuvenated this team. He's got the team playing in the right vein, the right manner, as we all clearly know. But I thought that first goal, was it just over the half an hour mark, if I am correct. Lovely weight of the pass from Paul Pogba, lovely inviting cross. Herrera runs in, and it's a great, fantastic header from Herrera, and that's 1-0. And obviously in this fixture, was it a couple of years ago, Herrera had been sent off, as we all currently know. As it did mention, I think it mentioned that Ashley Young reportedly suspended. It did mention earlier on in the first half. I'm not too sure about that. I think Ashley Young did get a yellow card in the game, but it was a great performance of Manchester United. Defensively, were absolutely fantastic. Very ruthless on the counter-attack, looked sharp, looked organised, looked much quick on the ball. His movement was very, very good. Indeed, I thought it was a fantastic defensive display from Chris Smalling. Smalling played fantastic. Lindelof played well. I thought Luke Shaw played very, very well as well. But you could see we won them last-ditch tackles. As I said, it wasn't a bad performance from a Chelsea point of view. They just couldn't really break us down, because it was a fantastic defensive performance, as I said. But other teams, like the cohesion of the teams, and you can see the fluidity is back into the team, as I said. And Solskjaer has got that philosophy, as I said, and I do believe that Solskjaer can command us in that position where we do want to be in. And I think if we can get some new additions into the club in the summer, we can be potentially title contenders next season, because we're still aware that we do need signings. But if we can just get maybe 2 or 3 players in the summer, I definitely think we can be a title contenders next season. Now, it's good win tonight, because obviously now this gives us confidence going into the Liverpool game on Sunday. And quite honest with you, I think we can beat Liverpool, playing in this kind of vein. We know a lot of money has been spent on this team, as we all currently know. But reportedly, we're going to get around £200 million to spend in the summer. Solskjaer's going to have a big say in the summer. But now, obviously, surely now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to get the job on a full-time basis as Manchester United. He's got to do But in the second half of the game tonight, we saw some substitutions came on. It was good to see him bring some substitutions on. Alexis Sanchez came, and I thought he looked very, very lively. Sanchez, when he came on. Sanchez came on in the game, and I thought he looked very, very lively, because Solskjaer was negotiating, as he updated you early on, about, if he's confident that Sanchez will improve his form, because we know he's enjoyed a very, very difficult time, since he's been a Manchester United player. But now he didn't start tonight, but if he does get more of them opportunities, which I do think he will, because obviously Martial's injured at the moment and Jesse Lingard's injured at the moment. As I did say before the game, though, I was very, very concerned when I knew that Martial was injured, Lingard's injured. They're going to be out for a couple of weeks, but they are going to miss Liverpool. But in relation to Sanchez, if he gets more chances, I do think somewhere along the line he will improve. Don't forget, he has lacked goals, he has had a couple of injuries, and he has been here over the year. But the more opportunities he gets under Solskjaer, I do honestly think he could improve as a Manchester United player. As you see, I think Lukaku's form's been slightly rejuvenated. Since Solskjaer's coming, as I did say tonight, he was chasing them channels very, very well. Was Romelu Lukaku, and I thought he did play quite good tonight as well. Romelu Lukaku, but I thought probably the two best. What? Yeah, who have we got?
We've been separated.
What?
Man City, Swansea have got Man City. We've got Wolves.
Have we?
Yeah. Brighton have got Millwall.
Yeah.
And Watford have got Crystal Palace.
Right. Okay. Thanks.
Swansea
Away or home?
We're away to Wolves, and City are away to Swansea.
All right.
If we can get through now, avoid each other in semis, it's an all-Manchester final.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Wolves away.
Yeah. All right. Have we? So just to give you an update on the latest news coming through, we have got Wolves away in the quarterfinals. So it's definitely, I think we can get to the final. As I currently said, it would be good, if it could be a Manchester final, all Manchester final, as I currently said. But that's revenge from last season when we lost to Chelsea in the FA Cup final, as I currently said. But obviously now, it was a great first goal from Ander Herrera. He had a chance just before that from 25 yards. It was a great save, by the keeper. But there was chances in the first half. I thought it was end to end, in the first half, to be quite honest with you. But as the the pundits were saying, we was much sharp on the ball, much quicker, as I currently said. We won them last-ditch tackles, every area of the pitch, we just totally dominated Chelsea, as I currently said, and Chelsea couldn't really get into their strides, couldn't really break us down, as I currently said, and I especially think, your young players are going to grow and develop, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I said. But the second goal was fantastic. That was on the brink of half-time. It was Paul Pogba who got the goal. Lovely invite crosser from Marcus Rashford. And I think he's progressed as a Manchester United player. He's very good, and he's developing fantastically well. Is Marcus Rashford, as I said, and he's flourishing fantastically well. I thought he played well tonight. But we look very ruthless on the counter attack. When Rashford gets the ball, he's got that pace. He can exploit opposition's defense, as I said, and cause problems. For the opposition defense, as I said. Marcus Rashford with his pace. His the ability. He's got, and you can see that the team now in that attacking position, I've got the ability to attack, play balls, create and score goals, as we all currently know. But it was a great cross, as I currently said, for the second goal from Marcus Rashford. It was a great goal, the second goal, lovely cross from Rashford and an absolutely fantastic diving header from Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba was man of the match tonight, for me. I thought his awareness was good. It was giving service, to the front men fantastically well. Totally bossing that midfield as well, Paul Pogba. And when he's playing in this kind of vein, he's one of the best midfielders in world football. So it's great how his form's been rejuvenated, since Solskjaer's coming here, Paul Pogba. So within this couple of months, Solskjaer's been here. Pogba's been absolutely fantastic indeed, scoring, providing. And also another thing I've noticed, when we haven't got the ball, we are showing that determination as a team, to win the ball back, as we did show tonight in the game as well. We're showing that determination, that we're, willing to win the ball back. We're showing that the spirit's in the team. We're showing that attacking flair as well. We're looking very good on the counter-attack as well. So I think the team are playing together as a team now, as I currently said. But I think it did mention that Ashley Young was suspended, but it was good to see Solskjaer being on in the second half. Sanchez came on. I thought, as I said, he looked live when he came on. Tom Weah came on as well. Andres Pereira came on as well, who's hardly played this season for Manchester United. Andres Pereira, but to be fair to Smalling, even though I said I don't rate him anymore, he's been one of the longest servants here at Manchester United. I thought he put a great defensive display out tonight, did Smalling. I thought Lindelof was fantastic. He's progressing very well. He's Victor Lindelof. I'm surprised it wasn't Baye, who's starting alongside Lindelof tonight, because I think Baye's got great potential, even though he's been in and out of the team this season. But I think Baye and Lindelof complement each other very well. But to be fair, he chose Smalling tonight. This is his second game under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Smalling put a fantastic performance out tonight. The majority of the team played very well. As I said, Lukaku was chasing them channels. Herrera was very good in that midfield, breaking up the play, galloping forward more, getting more involved, showing that determination, as I currently said. So Herrera was absolutely fantastic tonight, getting his name on the score sheet as well. But Chelsea just couldn't break us down, and, they couldn't break us down. Good Chelsea, they were lacking in that final third. As I currently said, they didn't play badly. It's just that we put such a good defensive performance out. Chelsea couldn't break us down. And as I did say, that's our first win at Stamford Bridge since 2012, and we know in previous years, we've had a really bad record there. But Solskjaer has brought something magical to this club, and I have a lot of trustworthy in. He can elevate us to that higher level, get us back up there competing, for silverware on a regular basis, and winning silverware on a regular basis, like we did do under Alex Ferguson. But as I did say, Ryan Giggs did come out today, who was a great legend, for Manchester United, great player, spent 24 years, was it, as a Manchester United player, won 13 Premier Leagues, won the FA Cup and won the League Cup and Champions League and all that. Ryan Giggs basically mentioned that Solskjaer should be given the job as Manchester United manager on a full-time basis. So what he's saying is Solskjaer should be given the job. This is what this is coming from Ryan Giggs, as I currently said. So this is what Ryan Giggs believed, that Solskjaer should be given the job on a full-time basis, as I currently said. But this is what Ryan Giggs said today, as I currently said. He said Solskjaer should be given the job on a full-time basis. But as reports do say anywhere, reportedly we're going to get around £200 million spent in the summer. I do expect departures in the summer as well. But as it did get mentioned, was it last week sometime, as I said, that it did say the Manchester United board, it had been revealed that reportedly the Man United board had made a decision, reportedly, and it did say Solskjaer will be the Man United manager on a full-time basis at the end of the season. Probably won't be officially announced until the end of the season, of course. but it did mention it, and obviously we'll have to pay a fee of probably around £7-8 million, to get him full time. Obviously, so far we've paid 1.8 million to Mould, to get him on a temporary basis. But he's the right man for the job. He suits the strappings of the club. His managerial style suits the club as well. He's tactically right. As I said, he has got that pedigree as well. He's known for winning silverware, as we all know. Great player for 11 years under Ferguson, won trophies and all that. Scored loads and loads. And also, when he was managing the reserve team, he won a couple of, trophies when he was managing the reserve team. Watch some of these players at this day and age now grow and develop, as I currently said. So he has to now get the job on a full-time basis, does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But as I did say, the key areas where we do need strengthening up, we need a central defender. We do know that we need someone on that right-hand side as well, because there's a lot of people have been speaking as well that, it's a lot of our experienced players that is the current problem. So it would be ideal in the summer for us to maybe get a couple of young players, that could grow and develop under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I currently said. But the majority of the team played well tonight. I don't think Mata had a bad game tonight, to be quite honest with you. He was obviously playing in a free role, was Mata. He was playing in the number 10, just behind the two strikers, was Mata. As I currently said, well, initially at the first it was right, but then I think the actual formation had got changed. The actual formation got changed, as I currently said. But Solskjaer's now got a bit of favour, to get the job on a full-time basis, because you can see the team's motivated. There's momentum in the team, there's confidence in the team, there's belief in the team, and these players are showing that they want to play for this manager, and they're showing that they want to win games, they're showing that they want to be up there competing, as I said. And credit to Solskjaer, he's done a fantastic job. He's got us into the top four for the first time since the opening day of the season, because when he came in, we had the mountain to climb for that top four. Manchester United were sitting 11 points behind the top four, before Ole Gunnar Solskjaer come in. But we should be getting to the semi-final of the FA Cup now. We've drawn Wolves in the quarter-final, as I currently said, so that should be an easy win. Haven't seen the other draws, as I currently said, but yeah, it was great to bounce back from that PSG game, because that PSG game was very, very poor. But this Manchester United team now is on another level, as you can currently see. But you can see, since Solskjaer's took the reins at Manchester United, you can see the vast improvements in the team. You can see that defenders are willing to play out from the back. Now we've got good ball playing midfielders in Herrera, Matic and Pogba, that look very, very effective. We've got in that attacking line, we've got players like Rashford and, Lukaku, who showed it tonight as well, that they have got the ability to attack, provide and score goals, which is very, very good to see. But you can see the enthusiasms in the team. Tonight we look so ruthless on the counter-attack. Rashford were causing Chelsea all sorts of problems. Pogba were causing problems for Chelsea in that midfield, especially as well. But yeah, Chelsea will be very, very frustrated with this. So could Sarri be sacked as Chelsea manager? Because I have been hearing in reports that if Chelsea don't get the top four this season, or if they don't succeed in Europa League, which means they get automatic Champions League qualification for next season, Sarri could be sacked as Chelsea manager. Because we know Chelsea have sacked a lot of managers in a short period of time. It's only Maurizio Sarri's first season. He joined last summer. He signed a 3-year deal with Chelsea, but obviously due to their recent running results, Chelsea, he could be on his way out. Could Sarri, they've lost at Manchester City 6-0. They lost at Bournemouth 4-0. He lost at Bournemouth 4-0. They've lost at the Emirates this season. Lost at Tottenham away as well. They lost at Tottenham away as well, did Chelsea. They're really, really good at home, to be quite fair. They beat City there earlier on in the season. They beat Arsenal there earlier on in the season as well. But we have beaten them tonight, and it was a good, fantastic disciplined performance for Manchester United, as I currently said. So basically, we ran riot tonight. We dominated the game. We outnumbered Chelsea in every single part of the pitch. Chelsea looked very, very relentless, to be quite honest, because they were struggling to break us down. But what I heard in the game, obviously, Ashley Young reportedly has been suspended. I'm not too sure. That's what it mentioned anywhere. So he's going to be reportedly suspended for the quarter-final, as it did currently mention. But Sarri now is under serious pressure. Chelsea have got another big game coming up this weekend against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup final as well. Maurizio Sarri's never won out as a manager. I don't think he's won a major honour as a manager, Maurizio Sarri. It's only his first season with Chelsea. I think now the pressure will now mount up on him even more as Chelsea manager. Chelsea have got a lot of problems of their own. I think, to be honest with you, if Chelsea don't get in the top four this season, I think Eden Hazard's going to be definitely going to Madrid in the summer. He's going to be going to Madrid in the summer, is Eden Hazard. I think it will cost Real Madrid around £100 million, but Real Madrid have got that financial power to meet that valuation. I did say he's still one of the best players in the Premier League, Eden Hazard, but he definitely got pocketed tonight, Eden Hazard, by likes of Herrera and all that, did Eden Hazard, what's his name, Jorginho was struggling to pull the strings off in the midfield tonight for Chelsea as well. But I think Eden Hazard's going to go to Real Madrid in the summer. He's been a good long-term servant for Chelsea. He has been there since 2012, and he's still the third best player in the Premier League without a shadow of a doubt, because obviously mainly plays on that left-hand side, does Eden Hazard. But as I did say, his current deal ends in 2020. Chelsea have been in contract negotiations and getting him a new contract worth around £1,000 a week. But I think it come out a couple of weeks ago that he's revealed, he's publicly announced that, I think, no, he's not publicly announced, but he privately announced, I think he intends to go to Real Madrid in the summer, and I think he's expected to tell Chelsea, because last summer Eden Hazard actually admitted, Eden Hazard, that he did want to leave Chelsea as well. So obviously Chelsea are going to have to find a replacement for him in the summer as well, Eden Hazard. But, obviously other players as well, Gary Cahill's been constantly left out of the team for Chelsea. David Luiz's contract term is up in the summer as well, and he's aging up. Obviously, they didn't get a replacement for Fabregas in the January window, so they'll be looking to get a replacement for Fabregas probably in the summer. But I thought tonight, the new signing who they got in January, Gonzalo Higuain, he didn't have a bad game too, can't he? I thought he made some good, decent runs. He looked dangerous, quite a few times there did Gonzalo Higuain. But the majority of the game, good defensive display for Manchester United, kept Chelsea at bay, and it's just an absolutely great performance in Manchester United. And I can see now Solskjaer's got to be getting this job full time, because we're progressing fantastically well in the FA Cup, and it would be great if we could get top four, succeed in the FA Cup this season, because we've knocked Arsenal out away from home, we've now knocked Chelsea out away from home, as currently said, so potentially we can win this FA Cup. I don't think we've won it. Last time we won it was under Louis van Gaal era in 2015, as I currently said. But as I was saying, in relation to Chelsea, they have got a lot of problems, as I currently said. And they've obviously got that Callum Hudson-Odoi there, 18 years of age. Again, didn't play tonight for Chelsea. Obviously, throughout the course of the January window, he was heavily linked with a move to Bayern Munich, was Callum Hudson-Odoi, as we all currently know. But I think he's going to be intending to make the move to Bayern Munich in the summer due to lack of game time he's been getting. He's been a Chelsea player since the age of 8. Chelsea have been in negotiation trying to get him a new contract of Chelsea. Reportedly, he's turned this contract offer down as Callum Hudson-Odoi. So I think in the process he'll probably go to Bayern Munich in the summer. But Chelsea were reluctant to let him leave in the January window, even though he did put a transfer request in. He's only 18 years of age, and he's a player that wants to be, he wants to be playing, week in, week out, as I said. But he's not getting this at Chelsea under Maurizio Sarri. But Maurizio Sarri's system worked at Napoli. But as I did currently say, there may be a lot of Chelsea fans now on his back, as I currently said. But as I did say, great performance tonight from Manchester United. Good to see Herrera get his name on the score sheet. Good to see Pogba get his name on the score sheet. Also, Pogba getting an assist for Herrera's first goal as well. And also, it's good to see, Marcus Rashford getting an assist as well. Marcus Rashford's growing and developing in this team fantastically well. Only 21 years of age, as I currently said. He does look very, very effective, when he's playing in that central position, does Marcus Rashford. Great player indeed. We obviously know now he's our number 9, he's our number 1 number 9, is Marcus Rashford, but being a United player since the age of 7, obviously Man United have been in negotiations getting him a new long-term contract. His current deal does end in 2020, does Marcus Rashford. We're willing to more than currently double his wages, Marcus Rashford, as we all currently know as well. So hopefully somewhere along the line, by the end of the season, we can agree a new long-term deal at Manchester United, as I said, because his awareness is good, his aggression's good, his determination when he's not on the ball, he shows that determination that he wants to win the ball back. He's really, really fast on the ball. He's got a lot of tenacity about his play as well as Marcus Rashford. So being very, very impressed with him. He's progression indeed. I've always liked him, but since Sar's coming, I've been very, very pleased with him. He's been playing a key role for Manchester United, as I said. It was a shame we didn't see Martial tonight, because obviously he's injured, Martial, as I said. But throughout the course under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, especially, he's been very, very good on that left-hand side. It was a shame we didn't see Jesse Lingard tonight, because also he's injured. Martial and Lingard are obviously going to miss Liverpool because they've both got muscular problems. But Lingard's progression's been good as a Manchester United player as well. Can actually play through the middle, but mainly when we do play Lingard, which is often, obviously we can't now because he's injured, but we mainly put him on that right hand side. But as I did say, Mata has been quite poor this season. I still think he's been a very, very consistent player for Manchester United, but he's been poor this season. I don't think he had a bad game tonight, because he was playing in that free role position, was Mata. As I currently said, you could see in the game as well, from Chelsea, Eden Hazard was dropping deep, quite a few times in the game as well. But as I did say, Chelsea couldn't get in their strides today, couldn't break us down, and it was a good, defensive performance of Manchester United tonight. But But as I did say, we looked very, very sharp, looked very, very organised, very, very sharp, very quick on the ball. The movement was very, very good. I thought I thought the front men were interchanging very, very well as well. So it was just an absolutely great performance there for Manchester United. But we looked sharp. The awareness was good. You could see the physicality in the team. It was played at a fast tempo. Was the game as well, as I currently said. But we looked very, very sharp, very, very organised. Pogba playing really, 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 really well as well, pulling strings off well in the midfield. You could see we won them last-ditch tackles as well. But we absolutely deserved that victory tonight against Chelsea, without a shadow of a doubt. So we do move on to Liverpool on Sunday. As we all currently know, Liverpool's going to be a difficult game, but I think we definitely are capable of beating Liverpool, to be quite honest with you. But as I did currently say, Solskjaer's got to get the job now on a full-time basis. And we know basically there's been talks of Mauricio Pochettino, as we all currently know. But in my opinion, we don't need Mauricio Pochettino. There's been talks saying Man United are ready to pay £34 million to him if we do turn our intentions on, Mauricio Pochettino. We don't need Mauricio Pochettino, as I said. He's got a good pedigree, but he hasn't won out in terms of silverware because he's done well at Tottenham. He did well when he was at Southampton. He had a good record at Southampton. He's had a good record at Tottenham. This is his 5th season now with Tottenham. Is Mauricio Pochettino's. He signed a 5-year deal last summer with Tottenham as well. And his progression as Tottenham manager has been absolutely fantastic indeed, because he got into last 16 Champions League last season. He's looking likely he's got them to the quarterfinals of the Champions League this season as well, Mauricio Pochettino. But they've only spent £50 million, since 2014. But Tottenham are playing really, really well. Pochettino's got them second place finishes, third place finishes, as I said. In his first season with Tottenham, he finished 5th with Tottenham as well. But as I did say, since then he's got them third place finishes, second place finishes. As I said, I think he's been managing since 2009, because he actually began his managerial career with Espanyol, did Mauricio Pochettino. And obviously Solskjaer's a much cheaper, option anywhere, because obviously it only costs us around £7-8 million, to give for us to get Solskjaer on a full-time basis anywhere, because obviously Pochettino will cost us around 34, maybe more than £34 million to recommend him in. But we don't need Pochettino because he hasn't won out in terms of silverware, so he hasn't proven himself in that aspect. Solskjaer's proven he's got a good pedigree. He was a great legend for 11 years as a Man United player. Now he's coming to management. He's turned everything dramatically around in the team. You can see, the confidence is in the team. As I said, the team's motivated. We look ruthless on the counter attack. We're playing really, really good football as well. One touch, two touch, getting in the pockets. Very, very good indeed. As I currently said, but good to see Herrera get his name on the score sheet tonight. Good to see, Pogba get his name on the score sheet tonight. Good to see him also providing yet again another assist. Good to see Rashford getting the assist, for Paul Pogba's second goal as well. But it was 2 fantastic headers, that basically, won us the game. I thought Manchester United were going to get more goals, to be quite honest with you, but we did settle at 2-0, so it is a fantastic victory, considering that it is Stamford Bridge. Chelsea, really, really good at home, to be quite honest with you. But as I did say, it was a very, very good, game. I thought it was end-to-end, to be quite honest with you, but I just thought we actually shaded it, as I currently said. But Chelsea did put the pressure on in the second half, but, defensively we looked good. I don't think Romero was actually, tested in the second half. He did have to make Sergio Romero did make a couple of saves in the first half, as I did see. But yeah, great performance for Manchester United tonight, as I currently said. Before all else updates in relation, to some transfer rumours who Manchester United could go for in the summer, I will be keeping you up to date on that, as we always do on this channel. And as reports have been coming out, in relation, to Romelu Lukaku, as I currently said, he was chasing them channels fantastically well tonight, was Romelu Lukaku, and I think his form has rejuvenated, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in, to be quite honest with you. We know, obviously, he's lost his place in the starting 11, but now that a couple of injuries have occurred, Lukaku, could now start playing, playing, from the start. Now a couple of injuries have occurred, to Martial and Jesse Lingard and all that. But as reports were coming out, before this game kicked off, we heard that Man United were preparing to cash in for Lukaku in the summer. I don't think we recouped the 75 million, but he did say we were looking to cash in for Lukaku in the summer, because we know he's slow. We have strong reservations about him. His first touch was concerning, but I thought tonight, Lukaku had a really, really good game, and he's a proven goal scorer in the Premier League. Don't forget, he's Romelu Lukaku. Reports were coming out saying we were looking to sell him off in order for us to land either Juventus' Paulo Dybala or Inter Milan's Icardi. So it specifically means Man United have been in negotiations with both Juventus and Inter Milan. This was coming from the Italian press. We were in negotiation with Juventus and Inter Milan. of us over the potential, Romelu Lukaku swap deal, of us willing to offer Lukaku, of us either getting Paulo Dybala from Juventus or Icardi from Inter Milan. He indicated he does prefer the move to Juventus or Romelu Lukaku. We know both Dybala and Icardi are both valued at around, £100 million, as we all currently know. But I don't think we'll recoup the £75 million anywhere. If we do decide to sell him in the summer, we may not sell him in the summer, but there was a rumour on, that we could sell him. But Paulo Dybala's name got mentioned. Icardi's name got mentioned. The biggest names in Italian football. They're both 25, Dybala and Icardi. They're both Argentinians, as I said. They're both proven prolific goal scorers as well. And reportedly, Dybala's out of favour now at Juventus. Icardi's out of favour now Inter Milan, because Icardi's just recently lost the captain's armband, and Inter Milan at the moment are not happy with Icardi reportedly, but still a proven prolific goal scorer, scored over 100 odd goals since he's been at Milan. Dybala, very, very good consistent player for Juventus as well, and I think one of them would be a great addition to our team, but it may be just a rumour going on. We may not sell Lukaku in the summer, because to be fair to Lukaku, his form has been rejuvenated since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's coming. I know he hasn't really had the opportunity, but obviously we know Rashford's been ahead of him, but now we know, obviously, now a few injuries have occurred, that Lukaku, could be featuring, a bit more now, as I currently said, until obviously Martial and Lingard, recover from injury, as I said. But it is good that we are seeing that free-flowing attacking football now, as I currently said. And you can also see the difference now. No longer our front men look isolated. When one of us players have the ball, he sees a 15-20 yard one ahead of him, which is very, very good indeed. We look absolutely ruthless on the counter-attack, with the likes of Rashford and all that. Rashford's an absolutely phenomenal player. I think Lindelof's progressing fantastically well after his first season. He was struggling in his first season, Lindelof, but this season he's made a huge, fantastic impact. And I think, as I did say before, him and Bay are blending in fantastically well together. But it was him alongside Smalling tonight, and Smalling played very, very well tonight. I've got to give him credit, because Smalling played fantastic tonight in that defensive area. Luke Shaw as well played very, very good. He made a lot of last-ditch tackles in the game as well. Luke Shaw were fantastic tonight, and Luke Shaw's still young, as I said. I know he's an injury-prone player and he's known for injuries, but obviously Luke Shaw is our first choice left back, as I said, so I was proud with his performance tonight in that defensive line. Luke Shaw played very, very well. Matic played okay tonight. He's improving under Solskjaer. He's showing that determination that he can gallop forward more. He's looking more effective in his passing. He's earning Nemanja Matic as well, so I've been very, very impressed with him since Solskjaer's coming. I know he's slow and I've got reservations about him, but I've got to give him the credit. He's improved, since Solskjaer's coming, but the majority of the team have improved since Solskjaer's coming, as I currently said. But Sanchez, there's still room for improvement in Sanchez, but when he does get more opportunities, I think, Alexis Sanchez can definitely improve, as I currently said. They were talking about, him being in this, being in the structured like kind of system, or structured position, as I currently said. This is why maybe Sanchez isn't performing up to his standards, as I currently said. But as I did currently say, there's room for improvement in his game, and as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did say, he's confident that Sanchez will improve his form, as he did currently explain. But as I did say, I do expect players, to leave in the summer, as he currently said. So we need to find replacements for them as well. We've been linked to quite a few players, as I have been updating you on a regular basis. As I currently said, we do need someone on that right. We need central defender, as we all know. But we'll think about that, when the summer comes, when we get around this £200 million kit or whatever, we are currently getting in the process. But you can see when we don't have the ball, we're showing that determination. We want to win the ball back. There's the heart and the desire, there's the passion in the team. We're looking, absolutely fantastic on the counter-attack. We look ruthless on the counter-attack. We're interchanging very, very well. Pogba is scoring, he's providing. His breaks box to box are very, very good. The timing of his runs are fantastic as well. I forgot to mention Paul Pogba. So the whole team, is just playing together as a unit, and they're gelling together well as a team now. And they're showing that they do want to play under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I currently said. But he's brought the fluidity back to the team, definitely, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The cohesion's right in the team, as I said. You can see that intensity as well, which is very, very good to see indeed. So anyway, drop your comments, likes below on the channel, guys. What do you think of tonight's game? If you do, consider subscribe as always, and we'll be back tomorrow sometime, maybe tomorrow evening, as I said. So take care, God bless, see you all again very, very soon, guys. Thanks.